So the Donald Trump clown show continues, and Elon Musk decided to join the clown show today for this wild press conference, and they started talking about black eyes on Elon. You got to check this out for yourself.
I wanted to ask quickly, Mr. Musk, is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't anywhere near France, so. No,
I didn't notice
about
the
First
Lady of France
getting slapped, you know.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, no, I was just horsing around with Lil X, and I said, "Go ahead, punch me in the face," and he did. Turns out, even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did that?
Yeah,
X could do it. If you knew X,
I was with his mom right now, but I didn't really feel much at the time, and then I guess it bruises up. But I just horsed around with the kids.
I didn't
basically.
notice it actually.
So how do we read this one? And this is a good example of how nuts the Donald Trump, Elon Musk clown show is. We're talking about black eyes on Musk. He claims that the 5-year-old kid hit him, and then he also sort of sighed, sort of commented on, oh, well, the kid's with the mom right now. So that's sort of the facts that we know. The kid's with the mom. Elon Musk has got a black eye. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Do I know exactly what happened? No, I don't. But I'm just telling you what he said. And this is sort of how you have to read the Trump and Musk show. You have to say, okay, that's what they're saying. That's what the facts are. And you sort of have to fill in the pieces, and then you ask people around them, right? So again, and to think about this, he's like, okay, the kid hit me. The kid's now with the mom, and I've got a black eye, right? I mean, that's sort of what it is. What's going on right now is Elon Musk is saying he's on his way out. Yet, if you watch this whole event, Musk is basically nodding like the Star Wars Emperor as his apprentice, right? Who is Trump, is doing his bidding. That's how it felt to me regarding whether or not Musk really leaves the circle of power. I mean, I kind of don't think so. I've been seeing reports already that he's been trying to influence people to give favorable policy to Tesla and other companies that he has. Let's take a look at what they have to say, though.
A fantastic job. He didn't need this. He didn't need it. And we find out government's a little nasty on occasion. Hello, Peter.
Yeah, at times.
Hello, President Trump.
Government's a little bit nasty, Peter. You haven't noticed that. You've had a charmed life, right?
You tell me.
Very charmed. I think you've had a charmed life. I think what I'll do, if you don't mind, numbers have just come out which are rather extraordinary, and I thought I'd play a tape of one of the people who I've respected over the years. From, Joe.
And so what they do, they literally bring out a laptop that you can see right there of CNBC, and that's essentially how Trump gets his info. He just watches TV. And this is kind of crazy from, basically a political or White House point of view. Shouldn't you have more information than the rest of us? Why are you using TV to justify whatever that you're saying? It's bizarre. But we've known this about Trump before. He really likes people on TV. Trump is making a TV show, which is White House, Apprentice, White House edition. And then we're talking about black eyes. This is how crazy it is. So when I refer to this clown show stuff, this is what I'm referring to. It's absolute chaos and lunacy. Yet these are the people at the top of the USA food chain, I guess. Let's look at some more.
Things all having to do with being smart, but he said the thing that they're really the best at is working with computers so that they can't be outsmarted by somebody that's not so honest.
And I wanted to zoom in on Musk in this particular section because it feels like Musk is the emperor at Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine. It's like, yes, do my bidding, yes. And then as Donald Trump says whatever nonsense that Musk wants him to say. That's how it comes across to me. Let's watch a little bit more here.
But again, Elon gave an incredible service. Nobody liked him. And he had to go through the slings and the arrows, which is a shame because he's an incredible patriot. The good news is that 90% of the country knows that, and they appreciate it, and they really appreciate what he did. And
so where are we coming up with this 90% of the country appreciates Elon stuff? Like this is the kind of just nonsense. I'll just call it just nonsense. I don't even know what these people are talking about. And they live in this weird fantasy world. Whether or not Musk believes it, whether or not Trump believes it, who knows? But they try to reinforce their crazy fantasies by, hey, look at this clip on a laptop on a TV of someone that is reading something that we told them to say or whatever. Like this kind of strange world that we live in. Let's watch some more here.
a little special something we have here.
Thank you.
A very special that I give to very special people. I have given it to some, but it goes to very special people, and I thought I'd give it to Elon as a presentation from our country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. You see the lock. The lock on this is amazing.
Now, we don't know for sure, but I heard someone like really, really clapping. I'm going to bet that was Lutnick, because if you actually watch the video, it's Howard Lutnick and Scott Bessent are off to the side. So Lutnick, Bessent, and Musk are in the room, and you heard someone like totally clapping. This is the kind of stuff that you watch if you understand the dynamics of this thing. And the way Trump was talking is kind of interesting. They're kind of acting like Elon's on the way out, but I mean, that remains to be seen. This is just announced today, giving him the key. I mean, how do you read that? Hey, Elon's on the way out. Let's give you the keys to literally the White House. And I mean, that's what the award thing is. So let's see. Regarding the special employee stuff, many people say, well, Chris, you're so dumb. Elon's going to leave after, what, 130 days or whatever. That's supposed to be how it is. They've been talking about all along. At the end of, say, the first 130 days, they can just say, you know what, we're going to put you for another 130. So they, at any moment, if they want, they can just make some sort of special thing for the special employee. I don't think, in my opinion, that Elon is leaving entirely. I think he's going to try to influence several bills regarding his companies, etc. Let's see, though, what he has to say.
Large luck.
Well, let me say perhaps a few words. That this is not the end of Doge, but really the beginning. My time as a special government employee necessarily had to end. It was a limited time thing. It's 134 days, I believe, which ends in a few days. So it comes with a time limit.
So the timeless stuff is true, but I'm saying, guys, they could disappoint him again. That's what I'm saying. And then he's also saying this is not the end, but only the beginning, etc. The thing with this is that he always refers to his Doge work of cutting things that you need, like say your Social Security, cutting whatever services, benefits, like VA benefits, that kind of stuff. They always refer to that as savings, but it's not the case. I mean, essentially, again, they're cutting stuff that you need, and essentially they want to create a system where there's very little regulation on their kind of activity, right? Be it whatever, tax evasion, frauds. Trump wants to, give pardons to any kind of these kind of people, tax evasion, fraud, these things. That's what he's been doing the last couple of days. And then Musk, obviously, then wants to create a world where he can, run his companies, hurt you, these kind of things, and get away with it. That's such the world that we're in. And literally, you see it in the White House here. It's this oligarch, Musk, right, billionaire, who is standing while Trump is sitting, and kind of takes control of the press conferences. It's insane that we even have this situation at all. He's not wearing a tie. I mention that because, oftentimes the Fox News people, they like to, make fun of Obama for wearing a brown suit. Musk comes in with no tie, wearing a hat. I mean, this is just not something you generally see. But that's the USA in this day and age. Let's watch some more, though.
To be visiting here and be a friend and advisor to the president, and I look forward to times being back in this amazing room. By the way, isn't this incredible? Look at this incredible. It's stunning. I think the way that the Oval Office, how the president has just completely redone the Oval Office. It's beautiful. I love the gold on the ceiling.
Thank you. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's been there a long time. That was plaster. Nobody ever really saw it. They didn't know the eagle was up there, and we highlighted. Essentially, it's a landmark, a great landmark, and that's 24 karat gold, and everybody loved it. And now they all see it when they come in. So it's been good.
Like, how can anyone watch this with a straight face? So I think that's what they're referring to. I believe the ceiling. That's not shown in the video, but I believe that's what it looks like now. Also, just for some comparison, this is what the I guess the Oval Office looked like before. You can see under Biden, and then under Trump. This is what it looks like now. A lot more gold, trophies, these kind of things. Even Elon Musk is commenting about the gold. And, I watched you this thing. I could show you more, but I think I showed you enough. I don't think this can last much longer, to be frank. I think, for my opinion, for the MAGA people who watch this stuff, they always resort to their sort of talking points time and time around. If you say something bad about them, they'll just say, "Oh, it's all fake news, etc." Right? So they won't actually address allegations, that kind of stuff, right? Also, for these kind of people, they act like that. Oh well, we didn't know things would go bad. Oh, we didn't know this. We didn't know that. No one could have known. That's how they always act. But it's simply not true. If you actually look at the news every single day, which I do with you guys, you'll hear from various experts in various fields, economists, people who know the markets very well, and you can predict things coming down the timeline. You also hear from federal employees that will say, "Hey, if we cut certain things, this could go totally wrong." Like today, I believe the Trump people are cutting funding towards finding a cure for HIV, this kind of stuff. You read this kind of stuff in the news, and I can express extreme frustration with any number of things that they're up to, and I'm just telling you, they're up to all sorts of wild things. And this is the problem. I guess the crux of the problem is that with the Musk and the Trump stuff, it's a big cult, and cult members, they believe these people are basically deity, God, flawless, etc. And so, sort of, what we have to do, a couple things. So, one is, on the daily basis, you have to talk about the lunacy and how these people are wrong. Basically, anytime they give you sort of numbers regarding quote savings, it's never actually the case. Like the numbers are often wrong or misleading, or whenever Trump talks about all this money coming in from foreign countries, it's just all pledges. Like this whole thing, pledges mean like there's no actual money coming. The same way that Musk cutting stuff that you need is not really saving anyone or anything. Like this whole thing is a complete facade. It is sickening and to watch on a daily basis. But I do want to record what is happening in ways that are a little bit more sane. I think we're hopefully going to go back to normalcy. I keep talking about midterms, guys, because it is true. Musk is taking a lot of flack because one, you're going after people's jobs, which people don't like. Of course, you're going after people's services that they need, which of course people don't like. You're having major problems in your personal life. You show up to work, effectively this is work, with a black eye. You make some sort of cockamamie story that my kid hit me, whatever. Who knows? Even if the kid's story is true, then that means you got a violent kid on your hands, which is reflective of Mr. Musk. But all this thing, put together, it's ridiculous that these people are at the top. And so I think for any people who are this way, meaning that are part of the cult of the Trump and the Musk, it's because they don't have creativity, meaning that they don't see that there are alternatives out there to just these old guys who effectively probably wear diapers all the time. And that refers to both Trump has said this in the past about his bladder control, the same way that the allegations on New York Times just came out about Musk and his happy pill use. And I just bring this stuff up because it's just sad to see the U.S. fall in this way. So I want you to see it for yourself, though, so you can show a little bit. You can say, "Yep, it really is a clown show," and that's why I say that every time we talk about these videos, because it's true. I do appreciate your time, everyone, and I'll catch you all in the next video.